Hi, my name is Tyler, and today I'll be talking about the renewable energies we have at our disposal and why they aren't the majority source of our energy yet. There's many forms of renewable energy available to us, and implemented properly could provide the world's energy demands many times over. Um, renewable energy hasn't taken hold yet because of innovative hurdles yet to be overcome. Here in Iowa, we're number one in renewable energy in the U.S. Electricity is typically generated from gas and coal-fired power plants, and in Iowa, almost 2/3 of it comes from our wind farms. I've spent many years researching and writing essays on renewable energy. I'm actually taking this course as a prerequisite for an engineering degree, which I hope to use in the field of renewable energy. I truly believe if everyone had renewable energy worldwide, the world would be a much better place, and I'm not the only one to think so. There's people like Bill Nye, who's a mechanical engineer, as well as a scientist who has spent his entire career advocating for renewable energies, as well as people like Elon Musk, who through his innovative achievements have brought us a lot closer to a sustainable future. Both who are intelligent men with whom I share a common goal. While there's many forms of renewable energy that could power the entire world, there's still some hurdles that would require us to overcome in order for renewable energy to take precedent, such as how to store it, how to increase renewables efficiency, as well as where to utilize the current forms of renewables at our disposal so as to better meet everybody's needs. With all this said, there are some misconceptions about renewable energy. Renewable energy is not a one-size-fits-all solution to our energy needs. Different forms are needed in different places in order to get the most out of them. While wind works very well here in Iowa with our vast plains, it wouldn't work as well in places like California, where solar is their #1 renewable of choice. In an article I accessed on March 12th from the U.S. Energy Information Agency, it states that wind energy powered 57% of Iowa's net generation, and that the strongest winds occur in the northwestern regions of Iowa. Although there are wind farms across the state, most are in the state's northern and western areas. This tells us that wind farms are concentrated in the places that they'll get the most use and we will get the most out of them. Now shifting from Iowa to California, in an article from the California Energy Commission that I accessed on March 12th, it states that in 2020, solar PV and solar thermal power plants produced 24,450 gigawatt hours of energy, or 15.43% of California's in-state generation portfolio. As we can see in this visual here behind me, California receives a lot more solar radiation than the rest of the states, including Iowa. So while solar might work very well for some places like California, it wouldn't have as great of an impact as it would here in Iowa. Now, from placing our renewables where they're needed most, we must also focus on increasing the efficacy of renewables. There have been a number of innovations in the efficiency of renewable energy, which have allowed for greater utilization across the board. A great example of this is solar panels and the invention of solar film, which can essentially be printed, which also reduces the cost of production as well as allows for installation in smaller applications like electric vehicles. Another invention that has brought renewables closer to home is the microinverter. In a traditional solar home setup, an inverter is an essential piece. It takes the direct current, which is produced by solar panels, and turns it into alternating current, which runs through our outlets here at home. From an article I accessed online on March 12th from cleantechnica.com, it states that the inverters of the past were large, expensive, and generated large amounts of waste heat. The cheapest inverters cost around $3,000, which meant that the cheapest solar power systems were in the $10,000 range. Microinverters have changed everything. Now, for less than $200, you can have an inverter on each solar panel and have a system that consists of only one solar panel if you wish. That means The entry point for installing a solar power system is as low as $1,000. Innovations in renewable energy in increasing their efficiency not only goes so far as to reduce their costs, but also allows for it to be more readily used by everybody. But these innovations aren't enough. One of the greatest hurdles renewables face today is how to store this energy. As of now, there's no great consensus on the best way to do this, but there's a lot of great ideas out there with good evidence to support their viability. The first of these ideas, and likely the most viable, is pumped storage hydropower, which involves pumping water uphill into large reservoirs in times of lower energy demand and releasing it downhill into turbines in times of high energy demand. In an article from the International Energy Agency I accessed on March 12th, it says, over 2018 to 2023, more pumped storage hydropower, PSH plants for short, are expected to be installed for global electricity storage than stationary battery storage technologies deployed. Pumped storage hydropower capacity is expected to increase 26 gigawatts, while stationary battery capacity expands only 22 gigawatts. Although overall cumulative installed storage capacity remains dominated by PSH, annual additions of stationary batteries are expected to overtake PSH by 2023 due to rapid cost reductions and technology progress. However, comparing PSH and batteries based on storage volume, i.e. the amount of electricity they can produce, indicates a wider gap. The current storage volume of PSH plants is estimated at 9,000 gigawatt hours, whereas batteries amount to just 7 gigawatt hours. As stated in this excerpt, stationary batteries are the second most promising way of storing this energy, and it's no wonder why. Batteries have come a long way in recent years, from the cost of their production to the sizes they're made in, as well as the amount of power they can store along all of those sizes. And just recently I've read articles suggesting the use of electric vehicle batteries to power homes in times of power outages and electrical grid failures. To sum this all up, renewable energy has come a long way in recent times, as well as its applicability to modern infrastructure, but is yet to take precedent over fossil fuels. Great strides in innovation have given us a path to overcome the shortfalls of renewable energy and its previous inflexibility in its production, as well as allowing for people on an individual basis to reap its benefits. Renewables offer us a chance to bring global warming to a halt and save the world, something I've been inspired by since I was a kid, and maybe in our lifetimes we'll see renewables do just that. Thank you.